Hey, what's going on, everybody? January Flowers here, your favorite homegirl. And if you're hearing me, then you know it must be time for Homegirl I Need Love. This is episode 6, and we're going to get into some things today. I hope everyone who can hear my voice is having a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Today is November 8th. 2024, and I'm coming here just to have a chill love. We're just gonna have a chill moment today. That's what I'm looking forward to. So we're entering the garden, and we're entering the garden with peace, okay? Peace in our heart, peace in our minds, peace in our souls. Whew. So before we go into anything on this fabulous Friday, I'm just going to start off by releasing a little brain fog. And how I personally release brain fog is by doing a countdown. Okay. Okay. Now, when I do these countdowns, you can start from whatever number you would like to start from. Typically, every morning I start from 100 and count down. Right now, for the purpose of the live, we'll do 20. Count down from 20 just to release some brain fog. And I see everyone entering the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get into it. Now, Nora, I see you put up a comment. Nora said, thank you. I need this right now. Baby girl is going in for heart surgery. That's deep. And I'm sending you so much love and light right now through the screen, if you can feel it, you know? That's big, you know what I'm saying? But that's why it's good to have clarity, brain fog, get rid of it, doubt, get rid of it. Everything is going to go the way it's supposed to go, okay? Keep that in mind. Hello, Sheldon. Welcome. Welcome, Nora. Welcome, Sheldon. Welcome, Amp. Amp said I had open heart surgery a month. Oh, may your daughter be blessed, Nora. Okay. Yes, that's a big thing. Yes. Yes. So it is Friday, and I hope everyone, for the most part, is healthy, is aware, is here, and you aren't really allowing any outside energies to affect your growth, okay? So this is Homegirl I Need Love episode 6, and today I wanted to really focus on healing. Healing yourself actually heals others. Now, when I first started my own healing journey, which was this year, you know what I'm saying? I'm not someone who is, a well-known, person of growth, but I'm learning. That's why, it's Homegirl I Need Love. It's a journey. But when you start to heal yourself, you do heal others. And when I say that, I mean that in a sense that they may not understand. For some of us who have to disconnect, some of us who have to pull our energy back, some of us who have to stop certain vices, activities. You know what I'm saying? Some people won't get it. Some people won't get it their whole journey here. But keep in mind that it is people who will get it. And you healing yourself is actually healing them. This is the thing. Whether or not people want to accept this, for the most part, we're all being watched. You know what I'm saying? In whatever sense. So you continuously doing what you need to do on your path could actually help someone else. You doing what's best for you, the best that you know how to do it, could offer insight to someone else non-verbally. You don't have to tell people what you're doing. You don't have to tell people your goals. Your goal could be just to get groceries in the fridge. So you're doing what you got to do that. Focus on your path, and if you can, avoid distractions. Because this is the thing. Depending on what you're healing from or what you're growing to, it's not going to be a quick race to that finish line. You see what I'm saying? And along your way to reach your goals, you're going to have distractions. You're going to have obstacles. I know for the most of us, we do want a smooth ride home. A smooth ride home. Trust what I'm telling you. Most of us want that. Can a road just be smooth with it? You see what I'm saying? Like, can it, no bumps in the road, no leeches, no monsters, no sidewinders. You know what I'm saying? No potholes. Can we just get from point A to point B to point C successfully? But once you understand life and understand people, humans, things like that, you realize that almost just like driving. You know how they say when you drive, you look out for yourself, but the bigger task is to look out for everyone else. Now, when you're doing what you need to do, you're already on a correct path already. But it does not mean everyone around you wants that for you. And I know it may seem wild. I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the best I can with what I got, right? So who would want to disturb that? Who would want to deter me off this road? You got to stay prepared for it. You see what I'm saying? Whether it comes in the form of a relationship, whether it comes in a form of, you know what I'm saying? In this instance with Nora, a surgical procedure. Don't let it deter you. What you're given, you can handle. And I know that's a big statement. I had to eat that statement because a lot of things that held me back with moving forward was fear. Not knowing the answer to, not knowing the outcome. What's the outcome? I didn't know. So a lot of time I went in with fear only to do what needed to be done. And when you get on the opposite side of fear, you look back and you say, that wasn't that bad, Jack. I'm gonna be all right, Jill. Once you get past it, and I'm gonna tell y'all something, it's not that bad. Once you get past it, you say, I got past that. What's next? I didn't got past that. What's next? To negativity, to negative thoughts that try to creep in. You see what I'm saying? You become repellent to it. That when these thoughts creep in or these illusions try to creep in, get rid of the brain fog. Like I just told you, I do a personal countdown. I focus on the numbers, each number. I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes I slip up like, oh, I'm at 870. You know what I'm saying? Focus on that. Release it. I'm not saying problems go away. It's a part of this life experience. You see what I'm saying? How you deal with it is what you can control. Make the calls. Talk to the people. Believe it or not, even though it may be people, sometimes the closest one to you that don't want it for you, everybody don't mean you harm. Your problem is not the world's problem. Everyone doesn't mean you harm. You see what I'm saying? And I know that may be a lot to intake, especially a lot of us who've been through things and, family relationships, like how a best friend, you know what I'm saying, a coworker, like these keep stabbing me in my back, keep stabbing my back. But even if you got 100 blades up in you, don't take the blade out and use it on somebody else, y'all. Your body are gonna push them blades out and you will heal. You hear me? You will heal. And I can tell you from personal experience, I done took a few blades out and wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? Everybody done did me wrong. I ain't gonna let you get me. I ain't gonna let you get me. You see what I'm saying? Let it go. This person ain't do it. Even for the people that did do it, I release you in love. Even the people that did do it, I release you in love. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put me first at this point. It ain't nothing wrong with it. And some people won't understand. Popping up at your door, calling your phone. What's going on? What I do? You used to always forgive me. I used to. But then I had to start forgiving myself. I forgave me for you. Because the only reason you did it is because I allowed you to. Mm-hmm. Welcome, Cece. Yep, Nora. Hey, Mills. Amp said growth is a journey rooted in self-realization and a deeper understanding of yourself. Yes. And it's a beautiful thing. Learning me. Let me tell you something. Mm. I recently went back to something that I used to do as a child with my dad. And he introduced me to this. And it's sketching and drawing. I'll tell you, because I was hesitant to tell, but I feel comfortable with the part. And I'll tell you guys. It's sketching and drawing. He taught me a skill, to draw by sight. Anything put in front of me, I can sketch it. It came in handy when I was robbed at my bank job. They couldn't believe it. When the police came in there, they was like, oh my God. I said, here you go. Here you go. And I never forget that man's hands. But I went back to it. And it's been so peaceful. Not to blame them, but to, look through the lens. So many people throughout my life as I was growing up said, girl, don't do that. Girl, stop doing it and stuff like that because I will, sketch and all. I stopped it for years. I recently went back to it and it's so peaceful, y'all. Connect with your childlike self. Believe it or not, I feel as though when we're younger, we know who we are. Believe it or not. And I want to say maybe under middle school time, because then we start to see more outside influencers, hormones, things start happening, society. But have y'all ever been around like a young child and been like, they know who they are, girls with little purses and know what they doing and this and that. And I always have been a fan of a child who's vocal. There's some kids that life make them silent, but I've always, kind of idolized kids who can tell you what they want. I remember I took a younger cousin to Starbucks for the first time. And I remember me being her age and always feeling as though I needed the adult, to tell me what to do or someone else to tell me what to do. But that's because the outside influences, right? She knew what she wanted to try. She knew this and that. And I was like, oh, good. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it was new, she knew what she wanted to try. When I tell y'all the youth can teach us so much, and I know some people say, well, they've been here before and stuff like that. I don't know all that tea. But I do know, I think life changes us sometimes and kind of try to uniform us to be this way. But what if that's not your path? To be this uniformed person. Connect with who you were. And this is connect to the good things, okay? Something that you enjoy doing. Something that you love that maybe someone said is just not cool. At the end of the day, what is cool The original term is a temperature. You know what I'm saying? But through the years, we've changed it into something else. Happy Friday, y'all. And I want y'all to focus on attraction and acquiring today, okay? That's what I want y'all to focus on. Yeah. Yeah. And said my ex drew release stress. Well, that's good. That's good that you have people. Oh, Drew. Okay, right. You sketching to release stress. Okay. So a big part of this series, Homegirl I Need Love, is that I do want to focus on stopping self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is anything that takes you off the path of where you want to go. If you want a house, if you want a car, if you just want a new pair of shoes, take I want to tell you to take this week just to focus on that. Do whatever you have to do to get it. And it's not to say by next Friday you may have it in hand, but it is to say that you're doing something that's going to motivate you to keep moving forward. Every day has to be a motivation for you to do something for you. Every day, do something for you. Do something that'll make you laugh. Do something that'll make you feel good. If you're able to eat something good that you really want, indulge in a conversation, you know what I'm saying, that will make you feel good. Every day, do something to make you feel good. You see what I'm saying? Every day, do something that makes you feel good. You, yes, you do something that makes you feel good. And I wanted to say this to y'all, and I'm gonna say it right now. You are bigger, better, and stronger. Okay? You are bigger, better, and stronger than any worries or concerns. You are bigger, better, and stronger than any worries or concerns. You hear me? You are bigger, better, stronger than any of your worries or concerns. You topple them. When we hear certain news or information, for some of us it is a human trait to react immediately. But what if you didn't? What if when you got certain news, a bill, you know what I'm saying, a phone call that didn't go? What if you didn't react immediately? Goes back to that countdown. A delayed reaction, a delayed response. Y'all ever was told this as a kid? Either think before you speak, or if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all. This year, I've started to implement, which is wild, but this year I started to implement delayed responses, whether it's phone calls, texts, meetings, emotions. I've given it a delayed response. Sometimes I go and do something that make me happy, whether it's being in nature, sketching, you know what I'm saying? Maybe putting on a cute, you know what I'm saying, a cute look or something like that. And then I go back to it so that it's not immediately, you know, immediate reaction, boom. I've noticed that I've had more success with a delayed response. I think a little bit. Let me let that rest for a little bit. Let me let that sit for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It can protect you long term. A lot of things have happened to people through immediate responses. Protect yourself. This is your experience. So who is anyone else to want of you? And I know for parents it's different. But who are people outside of, you know what I'm saying, your bubble to one of you? Let's say you did get a phone call or a text. You read it, you didn't respond immediately because you're practicing delay. Delayed responses, protecting your energy. Within a few minutes of you not responding, you get another one, and another one, and another one. Hello, hello. Are you going to answer? Are you going to respond? Hello, hello. I need to know now, now, now. No, never. When I first started to delay responses, my stomach would flip, my head would be sweating, I would get the shakes. I just want to respond now. You know what I'm saying? I come from being a people pleaser, what they call the pick me, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I come from that background. So when I had to figure out how to manage delayed responses, it was a lot because I was always so prompt. I was always da 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 because I just wanted to get it out of the way. Da 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 da. No, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, Alec. Amp said when you respond immediately, you end up doing with pure emotion, which isn't the best always. Yes. And also, that immediate response is for them. You have to do stuff for you. If that isn't in connection to anything that will make you happy, what are you rushing for? Oh, I really needed something for you. I really needed your energy for this. I really needed your help with this. What does that have to do with me? And I always said, but in the words of Faith Evans, you get no love from me. Fly girl, bye girl. You see what I'm saying? This is my opportunity. This is my life. And maybe more of you all should start saying that. This is my life. You see what I'm talking about it? I'm paying this phone line. I'm doing this and that. Even if you're not, that's your line. Excuse me? What she said, excuse me, honey, but nobody's in my lane. I'm focusing right now. This is tunnel vision. This is a distraction. And honestly, the hitting up back to back to back, I need a response now, now, now. If it's not an opportunity, if it's not a space, if it's not a person that is a part of your elevation to get you where you need to go now, this is what I mean. If it's like I said earlier, what if you want a house or a car? If it's in connection to that, of course you're going to respond because it's not coming from a place of lack. When people need to drain you or take your energy, what am I rushing for? So many people are concerned about dislike. What would they think of me? The thing is, you never know what people think of you. I have removed myself from so many people I was close to. And I used to go off. When I tell you doing the most, because I was so concerned about what would they think of me? What would they da da da? Only to later find out that they were saying everything that I was worried about them saying. And guess what? I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still your homegirl. This is just to go to show you, stop worrying about that. Well, I don't want them to think this. I don't want them to think that. They already do. Eat it. They already do. You move so much easier knowing they're already going to talk about you. They're already going to dislike you. They're already going to try it again. And they will continue to try it as long as you leave that space open for them to continue to try it. This is a journey. It's not something like a light switch. We talked about that on the last live about, feelings and emotions being like a light switch on and off. It's not going to be on and off. You have to wean yourself. But they say like the baby from the bottle to eating solids. You got to wean yourself. And there's a process of eating mashed goods, mashed food. You know what I'm saying? From a baby, mash, and then regular food. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. So even if you feel like you're in the middle of your journey, I'm good. Always implement whatever your practices is to offer you clarity, growth, and keep your mind clear. I'm telling you, a clear mind is the most powerful thing, y'all. Y'all ever spoke to someone, and I'm not naming anyone, you ever spoke to someone who seems oddly forgetful? How could you forget that? How could you? I used to be like that because it was so much going on. It was so much going on in here. that I was forgetting things and didn't understand why. People pleasing. What you worry about? If you focus on you, you don't forget what matters to you. This does not mean, um, you know what I'm saying, ignore people or this and that. You just always have to remember and remind yourself, does this work for me and my betterment? Is this good for me and where I want to go? Is this on my own path? There's nothing wrong with it. This is this is your life. Hey David. David said, as a, yeah, see what I'm saying? Yeah, as a people pleaser, I would like to show my emotion occasionally, as people may see me as too nice and weak. I think that's what people definitely saw me as, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, you can still be nice and you can still be weak. It doesn't stop you from being strong. What is strength? What is courage? What is sincerity? What is hope? What is light? You can be more than one thing. I could be so weak when I need to be, and I could be just as strong when I'm called to be. David, once you put yourself first, you'll see that all sides of you matter. You can still, this is the thing. When I say focus on you and your journey, it doesn't mean to block out everyone and become this mean, snarly person. You can still be kind hearted, pleasant, because I know I am. And it attracts the people who need to be around you. Let me tell you something, and it's going to sound wild, but certain people in this world are not that bad. I used to have the mindset that everyone outside of my family or my friends, you know what I'm saying? I ain't interested. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Me opening up these past few months, I have met almost a handful of beautiful people who I would have never given the opportunity to because I was so close to them. I don't want you to use me. I don't want to end up people pleasing again. But look, once you see it, you're able to not indulge again. This is the thing. If you know you're a people pleaser and you know what you can fall into, then you should know the signs of someone who wants you to be that, who wants you to stay in that form and stay in that character. Let's say this, and I'm just using this as an example, David. Let's say every time you went to a function, we're always going to invite David because we know David's going to stay to clean up without even asking. Maybe you would feel I have to because I was invited. But then it comes a time where you go to the function, socialize, eat, and you leave before the night over. Now, why would David leave? And we was expecting, well, expect the unexpected. All, you know what I'm saying? Flip it on you. Maybe you don't want to rub it up dub and scrub somebody else's dishes tonight. What's wrong with it? And look at this, David. What if the invitation stopped? What if you don't get invited to these functions anymore? Guess what, David? You still alive. You still a good person. You still on your path to where you need to be. You still doing the latest things. But guess what, David? Their removal is your protection. It's nothing to see the shade. You see what I'm saying? But you be the light through that shade. It's nothing wrong with being kind to people. I actually would value y'all to still be nice and kind, but stay aware. Because now that you know the energy and you know what they will want from you, you can peep it again. Oh no, I recognize the pattern because I've been through this. Sometimes it's the closest people to you who are hurting you and who have been hurting you. To the point that, at least for me, I always thought it would be the outside world because they don't know you, so they can treat you less than. Oh, baby, this life has taught me it's the people that do know you that will work you. You hear me? Because get this, Dave, those outside people don't know you. They have to learn you. Every new interaction is an opportunity for you to introduce yourself. Even if you feel like you're introducing yourself to yourself for the first time, listen to what people are saying. Pause. Take a moment. You don't have to be that same energy with every person. This is your life. You have to figure out you. Maybe with this person, I was answering immediately. When I was talking to this person, waited a little bit and then responded. When I was chatting with this person, I just had to tell them go in because I started to spot certain patterns, certain routines, certain behaviors that I just escaped from. What I look like going back? Who escapes and go back? Now, it has been some people who will. Hey, all we can do is send love and light and hope that they continue to keep moving forward. I would prefer people take a pause than people go back, whether it's ex, family, job. I would prefer people to just pause, attract and acquire, and just keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not that easy, y'all. That's why I gotta break it down like this. Just keep moving forward. Just I would rather you stay still for a moment and just keep going forward. Because even though what's in front of you is unknown, I don't know my future. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna read a few of these comments and I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all a story. And this is dealing with YouTube, and this is as good as today and last night. I'm gonna tell y'all something about keep moving forward, okay? Yep, Amp said only rush to respond what will add to you. Yep. Amp said, David, I used to people please, but I notice people take advantage. You gotta be selective who you give your energy to. David said, I just broke up with my ex and he told me he now wants to hear my feelings about the relationship, but during a relationship that frustrated me. Move forward. Believe it or not, they already knew how you felt during the relationship. What did you allow? I wanted that a year ago, even the top of this year. I wanted that clarity. So I met up with an ex or two. I was better off moving forward. But you learn. You see what I'm saying? We all learn differently. But how many times does the stove have to burn you before you realize it's hot? Once, twice, three times? How many times does the stove have to burn you before you realize it's hot? How many? This life isn't about perfection. It's about learning. Hmm. Hey, pretty, welcome. Okay, Amp said I cut my loss. If he did it during, he'll do it again. Yes. It only lasts for so long. Whatever changes, because he needs to make the changes for him. Yes. Yeah. Hmm. Pretty says sometimes closure is needed, though. You give yourself closure. I used to think the same thing. Do it for yourself. Whether you have to be in your space and cry and yell, whether you have to write it down, whether you have to take a mini trip, a jog, go to the gym, do it yourself. Remove your energy. The most powerful thing you can do in a situation, if someone doesn't want to openly give closure and maybe they, want to disappear, whatever, pour back into you. Because believe it or not, which is wild, I'm saying this in real time, they come back. You already closed the door. I've released you in love. I've released you in love. So even when I see you again, hey, hey, I'm able to keep it pumping. Some people get so confused, and recently, a lot of people been confused. Back in the day, I definitely would give run up energy, clap back energy. When I tell you these people face is frozen in time when they see that the dogs, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. Yes. It's a beautiful thing because believe it or not, the energy of you wanting their energy helps them. Mm, you thinking about them helps them. You craving this closure helps them. Help yourself. I didn't used to understand the saying of the life vest on yourself and get in a boat and then start to help others. I used to be in a mindset of pushing everyone on a boat. And now the boat is full and I'm still in the ocean. Oh, what's going to happen to me? Oh, put the life vest on yourself. Strap it on and take your time. When you get securely in the boat, then you can start helping others. Piece this together for yourself. You're a puzzle. You're not complete. So the energy that you have is for you and your journey. Mm, 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 mm. It's just reminding me so much of me because I used to think I needed that last conversation, that last embrace, that last, but I don't. All I ever needed was me. If I love me wholeheartedly, when people leave, it's just a part of life. It they were removed for a reason. You see what I'm saying? And I always say this, but Peter Piper picked the lesser with some people. They were removed for a reason. They didn't fit your betterment. They didn't fit your journey. It didn't fit. It wasn't a part of your puzzle. It didn't fit. And that's okay. You see what I'm saying? Not everything will fit. And that's okay. That doesn't mean give up. It means, well, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Don't dwell. Don't be sad. It may bother you, but every day, just remember that you have yourself, and there's so many people in this world. Your problem is not the world's problem. And once you lead with that energy, you're going to see so much. Let's say I went through this huge breakup today, and I just was mad, punching a wall, wanted to punch people, spit at people, drive on people's lawn and stuff. What does that do besides probably put me in a clink? But let's say I went through a huge breakup and I said, you know what, girl? Go get your hair done. Go get a cute new look. Get a little piece of jewelry. Get your favorite snack. Pour into you. Write out how this made you feel. Sketch how this made you feel. Whatever your talents are or your way of getting things out, listening to music, whatever. Music sometimes can be a hit or a miss. That's why I try to stay focused on nature and things like that. Because sometimes that can evoke certain emotions too. But what I'm trying to say is you have to pour that energy back into you. The energy you would expel yelling, arguing, fighting, they weren't meant for you, Pooh. Why are you fighting to keep an energy around you that don't want you? Family, friends, relationships. Someone who loves you wholeheartedly will never leave. Let me say that again. Someone who loves you wholeheartedly will never leave. Even in the instance of you saying, I need space to heal, I'm going to give you that. Call me. They don't got to check every day. They don't got to text every day. But as long as you keep in mind, call me. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is bad, but recognize real. Okay? Recognize real. Because there's plenty of people who have accepted that I'm going through a healing cycle, and then there's many that haven't. Oh, if y'all could see my DMs, my texts and stuff, the phone call thread, some people sick because they believe it's because of them. What I go through has nothing to do with them, honestly. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with you. So for you to assume that this is all about you, that speaks volumes to you. You need to heal. Even in a relationship, closure is nice, but it's not something we all have. Respect is nice, but it's not something we always get. You have to respect yourself. Let me tell you guys this story. So last night, 10 videos from my YouTube page was taken down. If y'all want to go look, even the main one I had the most views on is now gone. Now it's like a gaming video. One of the gaming videos I did is now the top one. 10 videos last night, back to back to back. Remove, remove, remove. Guidelines. You aren't safe for the community. So I'm like, oh my God, they get ready to snatch the channel, right? Well, I'm glad I didn't stay in that energy because I looked at that phone and I moved on to what I was doing. I rolled my eyes and said, well, you know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You see what I'm saying? And I moved on. And I can only imagine if it's one person or a group of people, a gang of people, whether I know them or don't know them, I know what's going on. I got another email and I actually just left the, what is it called? The Zoom call with the YouTube people. I got an email saying like 3 videos could go back, be reinstated or whatever like that. But I think YouTube had a human review it because they peeped that as someone trying to, you know what I'm saying, get stuff taken down or trying to make me, I guess, feel discouraged and stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to say it wasn't against guidelines because I was a little vulgar. I was using curse words. I've recently learned that YouTube don't, you know what I'm saying? I've been trying to say the word deleted and, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But if I had stayed in that energy, I wouldn't have been as pleasant as I was today with the Zoom call that I had to be on because it just was very confusing. But I do appreciate that in some way YouTube is starting to see that it could be other channels, it could be haters, it could be like I had to let them know it could be family or friends. I don't know who it is, but over 10 taken down, and then like the highest, the viewer. Like I get what someone's trying to do, but they can only do it if I allow it. They can only make me feel a way if I allow it. By me moving on and continue to do what I was doing, I believe that energy is why, you know, this morning I was able to be in the space I was able to be in and speak with who I was able to speak to. People only win when you allow them to win when it comes to you, when it comes to breaking character, when it comes to stealing energy, when it comes to pushing you further back from your goals. Your goal, let's say this was your goal. You want to get a new pair of shoes. The shoes cost $100. You have someone the same day you get your shoes who asks you, let me borrow $100 about you. You got it, but it's for you. It's a test, and we get them every day. Are you going to give them the 100? And I know it's some people right now that say, I might give them 50. You giving them half. That's for you. You don't have it. Not today. And that's a period at the end. You don't have to over explain yourself, say, well, when I get my next check, I'm a da 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 da. No. You already said enough for a person that hears you. You ain't got it. They need to move on. If people badger and say, that's why I don't ask you for nothing, then why did you today? Focus on you, okay? What David said, I feel like I want closure because he's a nice guy and I want him to get therapy and help. Am I being too nice? I'm also working on being a little nicer with my words. You don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it. It's up to them to get therapy and help. You're a person just like they are. It's up to them. It's up to them. Just like if we want to get into the voting, everyone who went into that booth, it was up to them. It was up to them. I wouldn't even mention it to them. It's up to them. It is up to them at this point. You are bigger, better, and stronger than any of your worries or concerns. You are bigger, better, and stronger than any of your worries or concerns. Mm. You said they do it like a boomerang. Alex said, "Oh my God, this is hitting hard, January." Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it. Money said, "I needed this, Sister Jan." Thank you, sis. I just feel like we needed, a moment of clarity. This week has been tricky. You know what I'm saying? But your boundaries are real, okay? And your experience is real. That's what I want y'all to focus on. Your boundaries are real and your experiences are real. One thing a lot of humans like to do to other humans is nullify or dull their experiences. Your boundaries are real and your experiences are real. Hey, Mr. 93. And said someone who loves you wouldn't leave and be committed to growing with you. I definitely will say the committed part. If a loved one, even in a relationship or not, said they needed space to heal, it doesn't necessarily mean they're leaving. They could just need time to heal. But I do believe commitment is a big thing. Yeah. Maybe also put a banner through saying all talk is alleged. Oh, you talking about the 10 videos. Yes, I couldn't believe it. But it was 10. See, on my channel, before I really got into baddies and stuff, I used to do gaming, I used to do vlogs. So I had different videos that would get views. But yes, I don't know if it was last night or if it's been throughout the week. Someone's been submitting my videos for community against community guidelines and stuff. If y'all could see it, they was going down left and right, and I was like, oh my God. So the channel gonna be gone by the morning. But this is just me thinking. But I moved on. I was like, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen, and you don't know if this is for your betterment. Your better can become your best. If the biggest video I had was 290K, maybe I could say, well, I can get another one that could be 300K or 500K. You know what I'm saying? Your better can become your best. Outlook matters. How you look at situations matters. You see what I'm saying? That really determines your mood. That determines your mental when dealing with certain situations. Got an extremely negative phone call one morning, but I paused and I just had to listen to the information and I took it, but I remained calm while the other person online was so anxious and worried and concerned. I didn't gather that. What you're telling me has already happened. Is it emotionless or am I protecting my peace? My outline for today wasn't to cry. My outline for today wasn't to be sad. My outline for today wasn't to walk around worrying all day. So I'm not. Control your outlook, control your narrative. Your boundaries and your experience is real. You don't have to take on other people's experience. Thank you, Alec. David said, based on what you're saying, I need to do some healing and not care about what others are thinking. You don't know. Even though, some people say I'm psychic and I feel energy, it doesn't matter. What other people think about you is none of your business. What other people think about you is none of your business. People gonna talk about you anyway. Might as well give them something fun to say. Shout out to Lisa D. I remember I was in high school, middle school when that song came out. And it was that one line in that song I used to always say, people gonna talk about you anyway. Might as well give them something fun to say. The nicest people, the meanest people, all get talked about. People who are gone, people are still here, all get talked about. You cannot control someone else's thoughts just as much as you can't control someone else's actions. Once you get in the mindset of that, you're good. Life becomes so much easier because the only person I can control is me. So the only person I need to be worried about is me. The only person actions I can control is me. Thoughts, me. Energy, me. It goes back to you. I used to operate in that space worried about everybody. Oh my God. Making myself sick. Child. Mhm. Oh, I used to, I guess, what is it called? Have the blood pressure thing. And I never understood why. Do y'all know I recently went and they was like, oh my God, your blood pressure is so good and this and that. They said it's real good. Like, and I never had a reaction like that. But I told y'all this year I've been working on me. I've been carrying everybody else's load except my own. My back was built for me so I can carry my load. I wasn't meant to carry your load, her load, his load, their load, this load. You see what I'm saying? I was designed to carry what I'm supposed to be carrying. That's what you move in. Because everything you're going through right now is what you're supposed to be going through. Even if some people on this live, on this video, listening back on the podcast, even if you say everything is going my way right now, that's how it's supposed to be. Do not think that it is okay for you to go back. Do not think this is the opportunity for you to start to dig into, your pot of whatever and start rationing up. Focus on you because in this moment, it's meant for everything to go your way. Even if people right now saying, Jane, nothing is going my way. Every day something is up. Every day something messed up. You see what I'm saying? Deal with it and deal with it with a smile. Girl, I don't know what I'm gonna eat tonight. Something gonna happen. Have a positive outlook. I don't know how I'm gonna pay these bills. Something gonna happen. It doesn't mean put the put the thought out there and not have action with it. Attract and acquire. If you know you can't pay the bill, call the people. Hello, hello. Can I set up a payment plan? Ain't none of y'all can tell me ain't no payment plan on it. Hello, can I set up a payment plan? Can I get an extension for? You need to eat tonight. Have faith in your heart. You're gonna eat tonight. Somewhere along the way. Oh my God, I want to tell y'all another story. Mentioning that, I was on a bus one day, and this lady had I don't know what she had, but it was like containers of mixed food. Now, mind you, it was a day I actually had packed lunch for work. But the lady was like, if anybody want this for my job, yada yada yada. You know what people say, don't take food from strangers or whatever. So I took it and I took it to work, and people who didn't have lunch now had something that they could snack on, right? So I was asking the coworker, I was like, well, how's the food? They was like, oh my God, it was so good. Where'd you get it from? I was like, well, look on the front because I forgot the name the lady said, right? But I was able to help people out who didn't have food that day, who may have thought in their head, oh God, y'all get me emotional, who may have thought in their head, what was I going to have for lunch? And we worked long shifts at this one job. So they may have been thinking like, what am I going to do? Because a lot of us do work through the shift all the way through. But that was what some would call blessing, an encounter. You see what I'm saying? If I hadn't, it wouldn't have been able to feed other people. See, this is the thing. A lot of people, in their life journey, It's some people, I'm not going to say a lot. It's some people who don't value other people because of the hurt that they've been through. I've been through so much, so I want you to go through so much too. It's some parents like that. It's some people who are in relationships like that, y'all. I've been through so much, so I want to hurt you. Wow. It's a cycle of pain. But every day is your foundation to keep thriving for your personal success, okay? Amp said the part about boundaries is learn yours and apply them. Yes. Yeah, I had to learn. hmm I definitely had to learn. David said, as a people pleaser who has been hurt, I still smile. Good. Yes. Most people pleasers have been hurt in major ways. Most people pleasers have been hurt in major ways. Remain on course even if you're in the middle of your race. Race to the finish line. Keep growing and don't get distracted, y'all. Okay? I'm sending y'all peace today. Ooh. So that you go into this weekend with clarity. You go into next week with strength. You are not focused on things that will bring you down. You only look up. Go outside and just look up. I remember this was earlier this week. I was passing a building and I was on my phone, just scrolling, texting, whatever. And I just paused and looked up, and everything just looked so big. I want y'all to think about that. Just look up. Look how big the sky is. Look how big some of these buildings are, the trees. It's something bigger than us out there. That's why I tell you, you're bigger, better, and stronger than any of your worries or concerns. And most of them are man made, if it's not health related. Even in that sense, some of them are. But most of them are man made. You're bigger than that. You're better than that. You're stronger than that. Any worry or concern. What they say, what doesn't delete you make you stronger. I believe that. In this life, I'd rather live every day laughing, even if my demise is tomorrow. I'd rather have said every day I found a way to laugh than every day I was crying until it was time to, move on. Every day, find a way to laugh, y'all. Find a way to smile. Giggle and jiggle, if you will. You know what I'm talking about? It. Keep your spirit good. Keep your energy high. You know what I'm saying? Shake it off. What that song called? Shake, shake, shake it off. I don't know what it's called. Do you listen to something fun? Maybe listen to a song you like when you was younger. You know what I'm saying? Something that used to keep you going. A quote. You know what I'm saying? Something that, lift your spirits up a little bit. I ain't gonna let this keep me down too long. Hey, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Hey, keep doing what you're doing. Hey, keep doing what you're doing. Stay focused on the positives. It will really work out in your favor, okay? This is me less than a year in on personal growth, healing, surviving, less than a year in. And I can tell you this right now. Things are not perfect, but I can tell you this. Things are so much better than they used to be. Things are not perfect. With whatever that word means. You know what I'm saying? Your idea of perfect. I can say that for me. Everything may not be, but I can tell you everything is better than what it used to be. Sometimes all you have to depend on is yourself. And it shows you what you can do. Because the only reason those other people are calling, harassing, texting is because they're dependent on you. Look inside you and wonder why. What do they want from me? Sometimes other people see the light in you, you ain't even seeing yourself. How you ain't know that about you? How you ain't see that about you? You gotta figure out what they want from me. What they need from me to the point of need. I needed you today. I needed me today. I need me every day. What you talking about? See it. Go inward. See what it is. What is it about you that they crave? Crave yourself. Put you first. I know, right? It's gonna feel so good, y'all. It's gonna feel so, so good. Before I head on out, I just want you all to know that you are healing yourself. And by healing yourself, you are healing others, okay? The journey is your own. But don't think what you're doing and what you're implementing for yourself is going unnoticed. People see it on you when you care about yourself, just like people saw it on you when you did not. People can see someone who's at their best without even knowing them, just like people can see people when they're at their worst. Okay? Keep moving forward. And I wish you all the best. And remember this, do the best you can with what you got. And I will see you in my next video. Have a great weekend and an awesome next week. I will be back. We will be chatting more. I just definitely wanted to do this one today. You know what I'm saying? I said I definitely wanted to check in today and see where everyone is. And hopefully we're still moving forward in the right directions. You got this, okay? You got this. You got this. You're bigger, better, and stronger than any of your worries or concerns. If you're able to shine a light or speak positivity into what you would consider as the darkest part of yourself, shine a light on it, and get through that again, you can get through anything. You can get through anyone. You've already passed so many and you've already gotten through so many hurdles. You're beautiful and strong. This is your life. Don't forget that, y'all. This is your turn. And allegedly, we only get one. So make sure it's the best you can make it. Because when it's time for all of us, to do that dirt nap, in your mind, at least you can say, I did the best I can with what I got. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want y'all to leave with. Keep moving forward, you know? Thank you, Alec. Thank you, Pretty. And I'll see you all on the next one. Be safe and stay well.